Hello, my name is Miguel Villegas, and today I'm going to talk to you about leadership. I've coached very many different sports, and I am currently in the St. Monica Boys Varsity Basketball coach. I coach baseball at the park, I coach basketball, I coach Little League, I coach some volleyball at the school, and I've also taught a little bit of flag football. And throughout coaching all these sports, in the last 20 years of my life, I noticed that being a leader is one of the hardest things to do, the hardest things a child can do. And the reasons for it is because sometimes they get criticized. So today I will talk about leadership. Leadership, what is the definition of leadership? There's many different things leadership can be. For example, my definition of leadership is very simple. Uh, it's the position of a person to change the culture of a place or the function of something. Leadership, to me, is probably the hardest but the most rewarding thing to do. In leadership, there's four things that need to happen in my book. It's what I call the 4 Ds. The 4 Ds are desire, dedication, determination, and discipline. They're not very easy to do. Desire as a leader is something that's very passionate inside of you. You have to have it in order to be successful and to do things for things to work. You have to have that desire. A leader has to push with that desire for his followers to see what he is doing. If he's showing them the example of how hard he or she wants it, they're gonna follow him. So, but you gotta have that desire for whatever it is that you want for it to work. Now, the second D is the hardest for me. It's dedication. You have to be very dedicated on what you do. You can't let things sidetrack you. We live in a world and a society where it's a fast-paced world. And if you get sidetracked and you forget about your goal, you will never get there. So you have to be very disciplined in what you do. The third D is determination. I feel that for anything to be successful, you have to be determined. Now, if something goes the way it's not supposed to, you got to be ready to go and do it. The last D is discipline. You got to understand that we live in a society where it things go very fast and you could get sidetracked. So you got to stay disciplined in whatever you do. Okay. When things go bad or things go right or in between, you gotta have that even kill. Because with discipline, everything will work. So for me, these are my 4 Ds to be a successful leader. There has been many leaders in this world. Mother Teresa was a great leader. Barack Obama was a great leader. John F. Kennedy was another great president that we had. One leader that really inspired me was Cesar Chavez. However, these leaders have been great and they have their own personal way of doing things. However, the most important leader that I have in my family has to be my wife. My wife is a lady who grew up in an environment where women were not supposed to make it. They weren't supposed to finish high school. She beat all those odds. Not only did she beat the odds, she was valedictorian in her high school. She went on to the University of Loyola Marymount, graduated top 5 in her class. After graduation for her underclass, she went on and got her MBA from the University of Notre Dame. Yes, Notre Dame. She has inspired me as a leader to go and receive my master's and for us to teach our kids how important education is, because we feel that education is the most important thing we can teach young adults in this world. So leadership, it is not easy. It's a very hard thing to do, and it takes a lot of time and dedication. As I mentioned, I think she fulfilled all the 4 Ds in my book. She had the desire, she had the discipline, the determination, and last but not least, to do all these things. So to me, she is one of the best leaders that I know. And concluding about leadership, I found that being a leader is very rewarding. It's not an easy job. I however feel that it is something that as a human, like Jesus Christ, led us to be leaders and move people to the right direction or whatever it is it may be. Is it a company that you want to grow and get to the top? Um, I feel that whatever you do in this world, especially with people, that you put your heart into it. Because I feel that if you put your heart and your best interest in being a leader, you can conquer whatever goals you have. So I think to finish this whole leadership is go after what you want. Don't let anything stop you. Because at the end of the day, you're the one that's going to look at yourself in the mirror and be that leader who you want to be. You might not be the most famous leader of all time, but that shouldn't matter. At the end of the day, you should be happy with what you did to help people and feel good about it. Thank you for your time. This is all I have to say about leadership.